Hi there, my name is Blaine. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing that you've got some interest in my wood stoves. So let me tell you a little bit about them, how I came to be doing wood stoves, and where they actually come from, and show you a little bit about them. The idea came to me. I was actually at my local landfill one time, a little while back, and noticed that in their discard metal bin there were a ton of hot water heaters, probably 20 or so, a bunch of 55-gallon oil drums, some 30-gallon drums, and they were all just going to be either buried or scrapped or whatever they were going to do with them. But I got to thinking, man, there's got to be some other use that you could come up with those water heaters and drums, because it just seems a waste to be burying them like that. They're never gonna degrade or anything like that, other than just eventually rust out. But so I came across an old hot water heater and started dinking around with it, and built it into an actual wood stove. Now I know I'm not the first one to do this, but I came up with a design. One thing led to another. A couple other people liked the design. They wanted me to build one for them, and so I found out that there's kind of a market for that sort of thing, where people would like to have things that are recycled or repurposed, as I guess the politically correct term is now, for the stove. So let me show you what I've got. I'll show you what I do, and hopefully that'll give you guys enough information for what you're after today. Okay, so here are my 4 basic designs of stove, and I've got them all dressed out here. This is the half barrel stove, and then this one next to it would be the full barrel stove. Now if you look at both of these together, you can see the half basically is just half of a full. These are old hot water heater tanks. I've basically cut them in half to make the little guy right here. Then I have, again, this full barrel stove right here. I have a double barrel stove, which is 2 full barrels, one on top of another. The top one serves as a secondary heat exchanger unit. And then for those of you with large shops or the room for a big stove, then I have this one right here. This is a design that I borrowed from Davis Farm Lives up north of the border. And I actually use this in my shop right now, and this is 3 55-gallon drums. So I'll explain a little bit about each of them and some of the different options that I have. We'll start with this little half barrel. As you can see, this one was the top end of a hot water heater at one point in time. All of my stoves have the ability to have a damper put on them. That's this little guy right there. And they either can have them or they don't have to. That's kind of up to you. Some folks who like dampers like them in their stovepipe. Others like them in their stoves, so I usually leave that up to a customer as far as what they would like. Each of my stoves has an air inlet on them. These are 3.5-inch air inlets, and they just spin out to allow more air into the firebox. Again, all of these are just little scrap metal parts that I've come up with so that they can be reused. This one here is just a piece of 1/2-inch square tubing with a small amount of probably 3/8-inch round stock right here. This one over here, for example, is a different disc that I got as scrap from one of my local metal stores, and then that's just nothing but 1/2-inch rebar that I pulled out of a scrap pile and have reused. The doors on them, try to keep it simple. It's just to lift the handle and open your door, and then you're into the firebox. So those are, try to keep that easy. Each of these stoves I can add fire bricking to if you're interested, and I'll show you an example of that here. I said that I was using that, and you can see I have this tri-drum set up in my shop right now. We should be burning pretty good here. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. As you look in there, you can see that fire brick on the side. Fire brick actually adds an insulating and warming layer to your stove. And this is an example. I can do this on the big one, but I can also do that on any of the little ones as well. So I'm not just as they say, I'm not just a customer, I'm also a client. I actually use the stoves myself. This large tri-drum right here, again, 3 55-gallon drums. one on top of the other, and then with another one nested inside it. Same basic door on it, as you can see right there. The only difference on this one, though, is that the air inlet is lower and not actually on the door like this double drum right here. So hopefully that'll give you a little bit of information. If you go to my Facebook page, that's Second Round Wood Stoves, all one word, but if you look for Second Round Wood Stoves on Facebook, you'll find it. That's got more pictures of each of the stoves. It's got individual stove measurements, what you would need as far as room for the stoves. So I appreciate you taking time to come in here and take a look at these guys. Thank you very much for your time, and everybody have a good day.